kids to take piano lessons against my will, but it started in about age 8, probably.
Don Moen, the legendary worship leader adored by millions, has shocked the world with unexpected news. His final sentence has been declared. Fans are stunned, rumors are flying, and the truth behind his mysterious departure remains hidden. Many wonder if this is truly the end of his music ministry or a temporary disappearance. Speculations of scandal and heartbreak swirl around social media, leaving everyone restless. Is Don really saying goodbye forever? Renowned worship leader Don Moen is a shining figure in contemporary Christian music. For decades, he has led believers into heartfelt worship with simple yet powerful songs. Whether performing on stage or meeting fans one-on-one, he shows deep humility and genuine kindness. With classic worship anthems like "God Will Make a Way" and "Give Thanks," Don has offered messages of hope, comfort, and faith to an entire generation seeking peace in uncertain times. Growing up, Don had a strong desire to connect with God through music. Over the years, he honed his craft and began leading worship at Integrity Music and other well-known ministries. His reputation soon spread far and wide. Churches across the globe started singing his songs, while radio stations played his heartfelt tunes for millions of listeners. One of his most remarkable legacies is how he blends a gentle spirit with a strong sense of musical excellence. Instead of flashy lights or overly complex production, Don focuses on sincere lyrics that point toward God's love and guidance. This approach has made him relatable to people from all walks of life. Even those who do not often listen to Christian music find themselves moved by his genuine style. Beyond the stage, Don has written books, organized conferences, and mentored young worship leaders who now carry on his passion for authentic praise. In every role, he maintains a calm, steady presence that draws others in. His timeless songs speak of healing wounds, finding rest, and trusting God's promises. Many artists come and go, but Don Moen remains a central figure in Christian worship music. His devotion and faith have guided generations of believers. Even today, he continues to record uplifting content, offering fresh material for hearts longing to draw closer to God. For countless fans, Don Moen truly is a renowned worship leader. Now he never stops shaping faith in countless hearts. Music career. Don Moen is a beloved Christian worship artist whose music has touched hearts around the world. For over 30 years, he has led audiences in gentle praise, offering simple songs that focus on God's love and presence. Born in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Don discovered his passion for music at a young age, eventually studying at Oral Roberts University, where he formed lasting connections that helped shape his future ministry. After graduation, Don served with Integrity Music, becoming a pioneer in contemporary praise and worship. He produced and wrote songs that have since become staples in churches everywhere. His most famous piece, "God Will Make a Way," was inspired by a family tragedy and is now widely regarded as an anthem of hope. Throughout his career, Don has toured extensively, bringing his graceful brand of worship to believers in many nations. His concerts often feel more like heartfelt prayer gatherings than flashy shows, with audiences joining him in quiet devotion. He has also released numerous albums, each echoing the core message that God is faithful, loving, and worthy of praise. Beyond his singing, Don is a mentor to young worship leaders, encouraging them to prioritize sincerity over showmanship. He believes that music should simply direct hearts toward God. Many artists in today's Christian music scene cite him as a major influence, praising his authentic spirit and timeless songwriting. Even after all these years, Don keeps creating new music and using modern tools to share his work. Through online gatherings, live streams, and social media, he continues to spread an uplifting message. Audiences of all ages listen to his albums, sing his choruses, and exchange testimonies of healing and renewal. Style and message. Don Moen is well known in the Christian worship world for a gentle, prayerful style that draws people from every walk of life. His music stands out by combining simple melodies with heartfelt lyrics that offer hope and comfort. Instead of flashy production or sweeping orchestras, Don often relies on a soft piano or acoustic guitar. This approach creates a calm setting where listeners can think deeply about their relationship with God. His songs are easy to learn, allowing people to join in and connect on a personal level. At At the heart of Don's message is the idea that God is near to anyone who seeks him. Many of his lyrics focus on God's kindness, mercy, and ability to bring peace in tough times. He blends real-life stories into his music, showing how faith can guide people through loss, doubt, or heartbreak. Because he writes from his own struggles, fans find a warm, human touch that makes them feel understood. His words carry a gentle reminder that no one faces challenges alone. Another key part of Don's message is unity. In concerts, he often invites everyone to sing along, praising God's goodness in one voice. This sense of oneness spans cultures and languages. Whether he is performing in the United States, Africa, Asia, or other parts of the world, the focus remains on worship rather than star power. He aims to lift hearts through praise rather than place himself in the spotlight. Over the years, Don has recorded many albums and led worship events that have touched millions. He has also written books and shared stories about prayer and faith. But through every platform, his style stays the same: humble, compassionate, and centered on God's love. That sincerity is why his message still resonates. Don Moen's songs remain a beacon of hope for believers everywhere, inviting them to trust in God's unchanging goodness. Global influence. Don Moen's influence spans continents, bridging language barriers and denominational lines as Christians across the globe embrace his worship music. For many believers, his straightforward lyrics and uplifting melodies offer deep spiritual encouragement in times of joy or trial. Whenever Don travels to lead worship events, large crowds gather in places like Africa, Asia, Europe, and beyond. Conferences and concerts become opportunities for unity, as audiences from various backgrounds come together with hopeful hearts. His songs are frequently translated into multiple languages, ensuring a broader reach that resonates far beyond English-speaking communities. Moreover, video recordings and online broadcasts allow listeners in remote areas to participate virtually, fostering a sense of shared worship without borders. This global reach extends beyond music alone. Don teaches spiritual truths through training sessions and leadership seminars, equipping local pastors and church teams with practical tools for effective ministry. His sincere approach appeals to believers facing hardships, reminding them that God's grace transcends cultural differences and personal struggles. Leaders in emerging Christian communities find inspiration in his humility and proven track record, often inviting him to help shape long-lasting worship movements. A standout aspect of Don's global influence is his ability to form cross-cultural connections. He tailors set lists to honor different musical styles and traditions, echoing the beauty of local languages. From small village gatherings to grand arena meetings, his presence remains steady, focusing on heartfelt worship over showy performances. This authenticity has built lasting bonds with ministries worldwide, opening doors for collaborative projects that stretch across borders. With countless songs and resources available online, Don Moen's global influence continues to expand, connecting hearts in worship, inspiring new generations of believers, and pointing everyone back to a God who cares for all. Personal life. Don Moen is a recognized worship leader and songwriter whose life reflects his strong devotion to God and family. Born on June 29, 1950 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Don displayed musical talent early on, often singing in church and playing instruments. As he grew, his spiritual calling deepened, leading him to dedicate both his gifts and time to God's work. He completed his education at Oral Roberts University, where he honed his skills in arranging and composing Christian music. During his college years, he discovered the power of worship in bringing people closer to God. Janet, who later became his wife, shared his commitment to faith and offered steady support as his career began to blossom. Throughout his life, Don has stressed the importance of family values. He and Janet have raised 5 children, each learning from their parents' example of love and service. Don often mentions how spending quiet evenings at home gave him room to write songs that spoke directly to the struggles and hopes of everyday believers. His personal life is built on prayer, humility, and trust in God's guidance. Friends say he is down to earth, always ready to share a kind word or a shoulder to lean on. Don's warm nature offstage mirrors the gentle, reassuring tone of his music. In addition to music, Don is involved in various charitable works. He often supports missions aimed at feeding the hungry, building churches, and serving the needy. Though recognized worldwide, he remains humble, crediting God for every breakthrough in his life. When personal trials come, Don says prayer and patience help him keep a steady course. Even with a busy travel schedule, he prioritizes time with family, believing that nurturing those strong ties keeps his ministry authentic.